Because of incidents like that, South Carolina remains at the top of a very troubling list. We are talking about the staggering number of women killed by men in this state.
Now, that issue has been a top priority at the State House this legislative session as lawmakers work to strengthen domestic violence laws in this state. Today, they took another step forward. And Tara Pettit is live in the studio now with the very latest.
Janet Bryan, today House lawmakers passed a measure that House Speaker Jay Lucas says is a comprehensive plan that will help cut down on cases of domestic violence in the state. It passed on a 101-9 vote and it involves several different components, including stricter penalties and restrictions on guns. That was one of the major sticking points during this afternoon's House debate. The Senate passed its version of a domestic violence bill about a month ago. That bill has measures that would ban a domestic violence offender from owning a gun for 10 years after they've been convicted the first time. The House version didn't go quite that far. A study released late last year showed that firearms were involved in an overwhelming amount of domestic violence offenses. Despite the House pushing through this new measure, some lawmakers say they didn't do enough.
We're talking about Second Amendment rights. We're talking about due process. We're talking about care and concern. Where is the care and concern for victims of domestic violence?
You need to address a problem at its origin, at its roots. The federal government believes that taking away people's rights is the answer. They're wrong.
You just heard from House lawmaker Todd Rutherford. He says more mandatory counseling should be involved in these kinds of cases to help change behavior patterns. House leadership says they are committed to working with the Senate and the Attorney General to make sure Governor Haley signs the bill into law in the near future. Live in the studio, Tara Pettit, Watch Fox News.